Hello, everyone, and welcome back to yet another Ohio Train 705 Ralph Ending video hosted by yours truly, Clayton Johnson. In the middle of January, me and my dad went out to look for trains in Deshler, Ohio. I've always heard how great Deshler is and how unique the town looks, so I finally decided to make a trip up there. We spent the entire day here in Deshler and had a blast, so let's see what I got. Right as we arrived, we noticed how quiet Deshler is. If you don't include trains, of course. Looking south, you can see the old B&O relics still standing. There was also a nice crowd of people here today as well. Right off the bat, we caught loaded ethanol train B780 from Sawarna, New Jersey. The power on today's train was an old goodie. In the lead was a Union Pacific C44AC, and in the trailing position was an Olden UP-SD70M. Only about 10 minutes after B780 cleared, M200 got the clear to head east. M200 is classified as an autorack train, but mainly carries junk freight on its way to Walbridge, Ohio. Our next train on the radar was CSX N350 coming north on the Toledo sub, splitting the old B&O signals. What made this train special was the SD70 Mac pair for the power for today's train. Didn't get the exact car count on this one, but he took about 15 minutes to pass. Our next train was another interesting one, but this time not for the power. This is CSX B407, which may look like empty coal hoppers, but they are actually empty coke hoppers. We would see a little bit of everything today. Arriving around noon today, we would see the Manhattan Special hotshot intermodal IO-10 blasting its way towards North Baltimore, Ohio, with its usual 2 CSX GEVOs for power. The next action we got was a zipper meet between Coke Train B157 and Manifest M560. We quickly turned all of our attention towards CSX M560, which had extremely rare sister Dash 8s for power today. Definitely something that caught the rail fan community's eyes throughout the day. Next up was Manifest M353 from Bar Yard in Chicago, Illinois to Maryville, Ohio. M353 used to be just light power through Deshler, but just recently has been carrying the little freight that M351 drops in Garrett, Indiana. The next train today would be loaded grain train G134 from Columbus, Ohio to the grain elevator in Garrett, Indiana. G134 also had uniform-style CSX system grain cars today along for its journey. After a little lull in the action, CSX M352 broke the silence, storming westbound through Deshler. This autorack train from Louisville, Kentucky to Chicago, Illinois was over 9,000 feet today, being the longest train of the day. Also worth noting was the second engine being the Seaboard System emblem sticker along for the ride. The next train was another autorack, although this one wasn't nearly as long. M209 is the only daily train going straight north or south through Deshler anymore. As darkness starts to fall, CSX I-191 storms westbound through Deshler on its way to Chicago, Illinois. I-191's actual destination is Union Pacific's Global 3 in Rochelle, Illinois. It goes to Chicago, where it will be handed with the Union Pacific crew to take it to Rochelle. That a B-522 was leaving North Baltimore, I decided to go to the Deshler Reservoir for a change of scenery. All the trains that go around the Y here go around 10 miles per hour, so even with an 100-car train like this one, it still took about 10 minutes to pass. Next up was CSX Manifest M369 after getting a fresh crew out of North Baltimore, Ohio. The M369 was another long one today with over 700 axles. As the lights slowly started to fade away, CSX I-171 came rushing out of North Baltimore on its way to Hobart Yard in Los Angeles, California. This train gets handed to a BNSF crew in Chicago to take it to Los Angeles, which explains why it has 3 BNSF GEVOs for power. Only 10 minutes later, CSX coal train C634 came rumbling through Deshler on its way to Miller, Indiana. This coal train from Bailey Mine in Pennsylvania hardly runs, which is why these coal cars were loaded to the brim. Our next train was Hotshot Intermodal IO16, rolling its way to North Baltimore where it would do some work. IO16 today had the CSX 1776 Spirit of our Armed Forces, sporting a camo paint as a mid-train DPU. Just after IO16 cleared, CSX I-137 came through Deshler after working the North Baltimore Intermodal Yard for a couple of hours. Today, it has the typical GEVO Express for the power. After sitting for several hours in South Deshler without a crew, B523, the steel slab train, came turning the Y to head towards AK Steel in Dearborn, Michigan. Darkness had fully set in when CSX M351 came turning the Y to head south towards Queensgate Yard in Cincinnati. M351 today had two YN2 AC-44s leading, with the CSX SD40-2 trailing in third position. And now for the hit of the night, CSX I-192 finally crept out of a stop to wait for heavy traffic to clear North Baltimore. This train would have a real Southern Pacific patch leading, which is even more special. Behind the SP patch was a horse lost on the CSX. It's rare to see an SP patch in general, but to see it in Ohio, far from any Union Pacific rail line, made it a unique catch for me and many other rail fans in the surrounding community. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you like this video and show your friends about this too. I-192 was the last train of the night, and it was a good one to end on. I definitely plan on making another trip, maybe when it's a little warmer out here in Deshler. It's a great place to sit out, relax, and enjoy the peacefulness of Deshler, except for, of course, when a CSX train comes rumbling through town. Definitely one of the best rail fanning days I've had so far in 2023. So, yeah, and see you next time, and stay safe out there. Bye, guys.